our third topic. Remember, you can find Weekly Strike every Tuesday on our YouTube page or throughout our audio podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher and Google Play. But we're going to move into our third topic, E3 predictions.
Okay.
I feel like E3 is kind of not as big as it used to be.
No, I don't feel like it's getting the same buzz.
But I still feel like there's still going to be a lot of stuff there that we're going to be excited for. So, do you want me to run down my predictions first, and then
I'll go through mine because I don't have it as many. I don't really have predictions. I have more as like things that I want to see there. My number one thing, and this is really like I think Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is that's like the only thing I really want.
Yeah, well, 2K is like the biggest booth there, I think, this year.
Yeah, so I think that that could be shown, that they're going to show Red Dead 2, and that's something I'm really excited about. I know there's an Xbox exclusive Scalebound that got pushed back from 2016 to 2017. I'm hoping they'll show some of that. That's kind of really, I mean, there's a couple games. Obviously, like I don't want to touch on the stuff that I know that you're going to talk about,
right?
Because it's the same thing that I'm thinking, like your number 5 and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Red Dead 2, I really, really, really want that.
I mean, I almost think that's almost guaranteed, and like they're going to show that, and they're going to show Mafia 3 somewhere.
Yeah.
So Red Dead 2, though, dude.
Crash Bandicoot. That's my prediction.
Crash Bandicoot.
Check. Mark it down. Crash Bandicoot. Coming back.
Yeah, dude, Red Dead. I really want another Red Dead.
I really want a Red Dead. I mean, more than it, like, that's what I want the most.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see some Elder Scrolls. But that's not really a prediction.
They might announce something.
I would like to see. I predict that they're going to announce something with Elder Scrolls.
Bethesda has a lot of stuff, though. I'm sure they're going to show off.
That's like the problem, is that they have a lot more stuff.
I'm sure they're going to show off Fallout DLC. I'm sure Dishonored 2 is going to be a huge game.
Well, it's not. These aren't really predictions, because these are like. I think that they're either going to show something with The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
And then something separate here from. I think Naughty Dog will either have Uncharted 4 DLC.
Yeah.
Or something with The Last of Us.
Yeah, I still feel like The Last of Us 2 is like. I feel like now that like Amy Hennig is out of Naughty Dog, that The Last of Us is kind of their baby now.
Yeah.
And they just made Uncharted 4 to please the fans and like make money.
I could see something with The Last of Us, and I think some like Uncharted 4 DLC will probably get shown.
Yeah. The Last of Us 2 though. Let's talk about that for a minute. Do you think they're going to stick with Joel and Ellie, or do you think it's going to be they're just going to drop a pen in that world and say, here's 2 new characters we're going to follow?
I'm trying to think what I want. I don't know if I want them to bring them back.
See, I kind of do.
Because like they really left that door open.
Yeah, that
like,
ending was totally like, we're going to come back.
Very interesting. It was controversial, if you ask me. Like, there's
spoilers for The Last of Us.
Did he do the right thing? He's
the bad guy. You're playing the bad guy.
You did not do the right. You just killed the world. I mean,
yeah.
the world's already fucked.
Right.
But you had a chance to save and you chose one over the many, and that's not what we're taught. It's supposed to be the many over the few, but
famous words from Spock.
Yes, and yes.
Not that we're huge Star Trek fans, but as you can tell by the desk, it's Star Wars stuff.
But I mean, you are technically the bad guy. I don't know. I think you should just leave it where it is, because like there's so much interpretation in that ending, and. Yeah. I don't like, because I don't want them to go back. I don't want him to tell her the truth.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you think she knows the truth though?
You mean like deep down?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But like,
do you think she at least knows that she's special in some way?
I think she knows that she's special. I don't think that she knows the extent of like what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I still can't, because like Joel, he was very hard, like, he was a very hard, rough character.
Right.
Obviously, the very opening scene, you understand why. I did love how they showed.
Oh my gosh, dude, that
why
opening
he is the way he is.
That
and
opening
it
scene
sense.
was just like.
And like, but man, that was just tough.
Yeah, let me pitch this idea. What if they go Walking Dead with it, and like Joel's dead in 2, and you play as Ellie?
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to see him die?
What if he dies at the beginning? What if they do that whole thing again? Where like he sacrifices himself to get her out of there.
That I could deal with. I don't think I'd want to do a whole game of those two again. I think they would have to do a whole, like kind of like how they did with Clementine and Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fantastic how they did that. Even though Walking Dead 2 sucked though.
Yeah.
Like I love Clementine, but I didn't really like Walking Dead 2. I mean, because you missed that connection with her and Lee. Like she didn't have that with anybody in season 2.
Right.
And even though like they reintroduced characters from season 1 that I personally didn't really like in the first place, but yeah, I think I'd rather. Fuck, I don't know how they would do it.
Yeah.
I could deal with them killing off Joel and playing as Ellie and like a new story around her.
Yeah.
I couldn't do both of them through a full game again.
Yeah.
Because like I already in my head I can see how it would play out. Where
even if they killed off Joel like halfway through the game,
they need to
or
kill
like
him off
third.
like in the first scene, like the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Obviously he would die like
because
Savior.
like what? Because that adds a new dynamic. How's she feeling? Because like at the end of the first game, she clearly knows he's lying.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I like that look she gives him. She clearly he's lying to her, but like, do they not resolve those issues in between the time of between 1 and 2? And like, what if Joel dies and like she has these unresolved feelings towards Joel because she knows he lied to her, and like that adds a whole new dynamic.
Oh yeah, I feel like if they came into a second game, you would start off and things would be rocky between them, like very rocky, because she knew what he did and somehow he would die before they could like resolve their feelings for each other, and then like that's how the game would play out. And that would be okay. I could deal with that, but I couldn't listen to them bickering throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. I hope she learns how to swim in this game.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would kind of be the way to go, would be to kill off Joel at the beginning if they're going to stick with Joel and Ellie, and like kill Joel at the beginning, and Ellie would have a new companion.
Right.
So
now, if they did a Red Dead 2, would you want to play as his son?
No. It's got to be.
Like
it's got to be a prequel. I think.
I want a new story.
Yeah, it's got to be
like how the Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah. I think that's how it's going to be. It's just going to be a different story and a different time and a different characters and stuff.
That's exactly how I want it.
All right, I'm going to run down my predictions real quick. They're pretty safe. I think that most of these are going to happen.
I know. I didn't want to take any. I mean, some of those.
Yeah. EA shows off Visceral and Amy Hennig's new Star Wars game, including characters, story, gameplay, and title. Yeah. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
I agree. I also agree with the second one.
Ubisoft shows off Watch Dogs 2, and it will occupy the Assassin's Creed spot in October.
Yep.
This one,
they've already announced the new main character or whatever. I think,
for Watch Dogs?
Yeah. I don't know if they gave him a name, but there was an image.
I know that they said that concept art leaked that it's not Aiden Pierce again.
Right.
Thank God. Oh my God, what a douchebag of a character.
I like the guy, the dude with dreads.
Yeah.
The junkyard guy.
Yeah. I think they made DLC for him.
They did. They should. That guy should have been the main character.
Yeah. Microsoft reveals a dormant franchise, either Battletoads or Banjo-Kazooie, as a cheap $40 budget title.
I don't know.
I mean, I think they could do. I think they would do something with Banjo.
Are you talking about like a new game?
Yeah.
After Nuts and Bolts, I don't know. They're in a bad place with Banjo.
I feel like if they went back to because Ratchet and Clank did so well.
That is true.
If they went back to just like Banjo-Kazooie, the original one, I feel like they could do something.
Yeah.
I feel like they could do something.
As long as it's not something like Nuts and Bolts. That shit was terrible.
Yeah. This fourth one, I feel like the Spider-Man rumor we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yes, I do.
Sony announces that they have indeed partnered with Disney and Marvel as Sucker Punch is making the next Spider-Man game. I feel like with Disney shutting down their game division, canceling Disney Infinity, them saying, look, we're going to look for top-tier developers to develop our franchises for us instead of us doing it internally. Sucker Punch knows how to make superhero games, obviously, with Infamous.
Yes, clearly.
Sony's looking for that character to take over Nathan Drake's spot. I feel like Spider-Man. All right, update for all of you. Cavs fans out there.
I mean,
they're
by
winning.
the time they see this, they're
I don't care. 37-19. Go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
Okay. I kind of hope that's true because like the Spider-Man games were always fun, at least on PS2.
Yeah.
So I think Sucker Punch could do something with Spider-Man that nobody else has, instead of Activision kind of shitting out sequels. But this last one, I have to get my Nintendo reference in for the episode. Nintendo has a direct before E3, shows off NX hardware and teases a few titles in development, also revealing the full name of Zelda. Part of that's probably pretty safe. I don't know if they're going to reveal NX before or
That's
after
what I'm saying.
after E3.
The only thing that's going to happen in there is the Zelda.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to
but
do anything.
if they're going to let people play Zelda at E3,
I'd want to play it on the NX.
It can't be the Wii U version, dude.
I think it'll be the Wii U version.
I mean,
because Nintendo's dumb. So like, we're gonna sit here and think about what they should do, and then that's not what they're not gonna do. So yeah, obviously they should play it on the better, but they'll play it on the Wii U.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still gonna get it on Wii U just to stick it.
Yeah, I probably want to.
Every time Nintendo comes up, dude, I get really angry, and I can't do that right now. But I don't know. E3 is gonna be real interesting. That show that week's gonna be a big show for us, I think.
Yeah, there'll be a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Hopefully some Red Dead too. That's really what I want to talk about.
I'm excited.